As Encino residents live in fear, worried about the next home invasion, community leaders presented a list of urgent demands to city officials for improved public safety. Happened today. They say it goes way beyond increased LAPD patrols. One of the speakers was Rob Glushan, head of the Encino Property Owners Association. He says neighbors are afraid to leave their homes and claims the city is not doing enough. Rob Glushan joins us now minutes before tonight's high-stakes meeting with the mayor, Councilmember Nithya Raman, and the LAPD Chief Jim McDonald will be part of tonight's Zoom in just a few minutes. Good to have you. Thank you so much. What is the number one thing that you want to get out of tonight?
I want to get aggressive enforcement for vehicles that have tinted windows, don't have license plates, the kind of situations where by the police not doing what they I think should be doing is what allows people to get away with the crimes they're committing.
You know that the big problem, one of them anyway, has been that party house that happened next to where the American Idol music producer and her husband were horribly murdered not long ago. That party house, you surveilled it. As far as I understand, LAPD did say that it was going to be stepping up patrols and have a designated party car house around undercover. Is that not good enough? And what did you see when you surveilled?
Well, first, I'm a neighbor. Robin Kay begged city officials for 2 years to shut down this party house. And even though the police would go out and issue citations, all that resulted in were fines. That's a small cost of doing business for this illegal owner. We asked LAPD to shut down this situation on Saturday at 3:30 when there were 100 people. And someone made a decision out at the scene that it wasn't to be shut down, wasn't large enough, wasn't unruly enough. So it wasn't until about 8:30 that they did shut it down, and then it took 2 or 3 hours for all the people to leave. In the meantime, the neighborhood was under siege, drinking, drugs in the streets. The streets were impassable. This is the kind of lawlessness that would never happen in any other city.
Why do you think that it's happening in your city, a city like Encino?
Well, remember, we're a community, part of the city of Los Angeles. And time doesn't permit me to talk about the front row seat that we have to systemic dysfunction on a daily basis. But we are working collaboratively, but forcefully with LAPD. And I spoke to the mayor personally, who was very upset about the video clips that we showed. And she herself thought this house should have been, the owner of this house should have been prosecuted years ago. And LAPD just needs to take a tougher, proactive stance here.
What was the stance that you took to the mayor directly, and what are you taking before her tonight? You have her ear.
Well, some of the requests that are on our long list are in fact being implemented now. Today, Spolda Basin, the biggest fire threat from over 200 encampments there. Brush clearance started today. But that's a good start, but there's a lot more. We want the use of technology, which costs less than hiring police officers, surveillance cameras, drones, AI, and not just for Encino. Every community in the city deserves the state-of-art technology to make their neighborhood safe.
And Rob, before I let you go, I know the meeting starts at 6:30. This is via Zoom. Why is it via Zoom? Because there were so many members who came out at your last community meeting. It was standing room only. Is that the reason why?
Well, that last meeting was put on by the neighborhood council that we work very closely with. And in fact, the president is a member of our organization. But quite frankly, people are afraid to leave their homes. So it will be interesting to compare the 200 to 300 that were at that meeting last Monday night. I think there'll be a lot more on this Zoom because people are afraid to leave their homes.
That speaks volumes to have it via Zoom because you're afraid to leave your home. My goodness. All right. Well, we will be covering this meeting tonight. We'll have the very latest here on the Fox 11 News at 10 o'clock later on. Rob Glushan, thanks for taking the time out tonight.
Thank you.